Happy Victory Monday, Steelers Nation. We have a new poll up on the community tab here at Steelers Talk, which asks to grade Matt Canada's performance since the bye week. Give him an A, B, C, D, or F grade. And then also put your take in the comments section so that you might get your comment on a future Steelers Talk episode. What's good, Steeler Nation? My name is Jack Sperry, and this is Steelers Talk. We have a great show lined up for you today. Lamar Jackson, we have the very latest injury news on him, whether or not he is going to play against the Steelers on Sunday. And then we're going to talk a little bit about TJ Watt. Are you worried about his rib injury? Is it going to affect his play for the rest of the season? George Pickens, his struggles. I'm going to explain why that is happening right now. And then stay tuned to the very end where Abby is going to slap the crap out of my face with a tortilla. All right, but before we get into all of today's action, this guy, Tyler Jones, the host of Ravens Rundown, didn't have enough. He did not learn his lesson when we absolutely smoked his channel a couple weeks ago in a sub battle. We had over 100 more new subs in Ravens Rundown just a couple of weeks ago, and he has challenged us to a sub battle yet again. And man, Ravens Rundown wants to beat us this week, but guess what, Steeler Nation? We're not going to let that happen. The Black and Gold, the Yinzers, Steelers Nation, we are undefeated in sub-battles this year, and we are not going to start losing now, especially to the Baltimore Ravens fan base. It's just not going to happen. I refuse to let it happen. So if you hate the Baltimore Ravens and you love the Black and Gold and want to help Steelers Nation absolutely bury Tyler Jones and Ravens Rundown this week, consider subscribing to Steelers Talk right now. All right, now let's get into the injury news, the big injury news really of the week, which is that Lamar Jackson has a knee sprain, and he is likely to miss this week against the Steelers at Acrisure Stadium. This is absolutely giant news. He left the game last week against the Broncos with a knee injury. It has been confirmed to be a knee sprain, and head coach of the Ravens, John Harbaugh, announced today that the injury is not season-ending, but it could take him out for a week or two, and that he is likely not going to play this week against the Steelers. Now, this is multiple leg injuries for Lamar over the past week now. I believe he had a quad injury in practice last week, and now he's dealing with this knee injury. And I mean, even when he comes back to the field, you have to wonder, how good is he going to be when he gets back on the field? Can he run the football the way that we're used to seeing him run the football? And at the end of the day, guys, I think this week with him most likely out of the lineup, it is a huge advantage for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Cam Hayward, they're going to be able to get after Tyler Huntley if he plays. And then if Lamar plays, he's not going to be able to run the football like we know that he can. He is a dynamic, explosive athlete that really relies on his running ability to really put up big numbers. And, you know, without that element to the Ravens offense, I think the Steelers have an excellent chance to capitalize on that opportunity. But before we get into the rest of today's show, let me ask you a question. How much do you think you spend per month on monthly subscriptions like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and more, and other stuff like that, right? Most Americans think that they spend about $80 a month on that sort of stuff, but in reality, it's closer to $200 or more dollars. You could be right now spending hundreds of dollars, wasting hundreds of dollars using subscriptions that you don't even know that you are paying for. There's this app that I love using that takes care of this problem for me. It's called Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill. The app shows you your subscriptions all in one place, then cancels for you whatever you don't still want. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you don't know you were paying for, and you may even be paying for double charge of a subscription. To cancel a subscription, all you have to do is press cancel, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/Steelers Talk to help support the channel. Go set up an account. It's super easy way to support the channel and save hundreds of dollars in the process. Go to rocketmoney.com/Steelers Talk to start saving right now. All right, now let's get into TJ Watt here, where I'm a little bit worried about TJ Watt, guys. I'm just a little bit worried that his rib injury is going to affect the Steelers' defense and his overall production for the rest of the season. really the Steelers need him to be 100%. We saw this when he was injured early in the year and the Steelers defense and the pass rush was struggling. And last game, he only had, 3 tackles, no sacks against a really bad Falcons offensive line. Like, if this injury isn't getting better very quickly, if he's not getting back to 100% and back to his normal production level, the Steelers defense could be in big trouble. I think that there's some pretty winnable games here for the Steelers, but in my opinion, they need to have Watt 100% ready to go if they want to make this really crazy last-minute run for the postseason. If they want to make the postseason, they need TJ Watt in the lineup, and they need him to be 100%. Right now, I'm a little bit worried about that. But let me know in the comments how worried you are about TJ Watt's rib injury. Type W if you're a little bit worried like I am, or type N if you're not worried at all. You think he's going to be back to 100%, and you think he's going to be back to normal next week or in a couple weeks. All right, now let's get into what a lot of Steelers fans are really talking about right now, and that's George Pickens and really his lack of production this year, despite the massive talent and the incredible flashes that we have seen from him this year. A lot of people are really upset that he's not getting more touches, more targets, more catches, more completions, all these opportunities. They're going to other people and not George Pickens, and here are the explanations why. Number one is that right now in this Steelers offense, in Matt Canada's offense, Diontae Johnson is the primary receiver right now. Now, you can debate whether or not that's the right call, but right now in Matt Canada's scheme, he is prioritizing Diontae Johnson, getting him open over the middle for Kenny Pickett, and getting him open as much as humanly possible. Diontae Johnson's one of the best separators in the National Football League. He has an issue with a drop from time to time, but we've seen that from Pickens as well, and then Steven Sims has shown some good things as well. But when I look at this situation for the Steelers receiver room, Pickens is more of that downfield threat, 50-50 ball guy, big dude. And Diontae Johnson, is really seen as that more get open guy. And because they want to prioritize the quick passing game, that's more aligned with the skill set of Diontae Johnson. And right now they're prioritizing him and Pat Freiermuth over George Pickens. So that's part of the reason why that George Pickens is not getting the ball as much. And right now, guys, it's the Christmas season. It's the season of giving, and I am in the giving spirit, all right? So if you go follow me on Twitter right now, at Jack_Sperry, you will automatically be entered to win a free Steelers jersey of the color and player of your choice. I'm paying for this on my own dime, guys. I appreciate the heck out of you for supporting the channel, for being a part of Steeler Nation. It's the best fan base in the world. I want to give back a little bit this Christmas season. So if you want a chance to win that free Steelers jersey, follow me at Jack_Sperry on Twitter right now. All right, now let's get into the second reason why Pickens isn't getting the ball as much, and that's the offensive scheme. Like I mentioned a little bit before, Matt Canada is trying to get that quick passing game going a little bit more often for Kenny Pickett, and that's more in line with the skill set, the route running skill set of Diontae Johnson. And right now, George Pickens is really on a lot of alert routes, all these sorts of things where he's kind of like the deep threat receiver. Now, there are exceptions, of course, but at the end of the day, the offensive scheme really does favor guys like Pat Freiermuth and Diontae Johnson, not George Pickens. And, you can certainly make the argument that the scheme should favor George Pickens because he's such a huge talent. I would certainly agree with that. That's one of the biggest criticisms I have of Matt Canada's offense right now. But at the end of the day, this is the way it is right now. And then finally, the last reason is that Pickett's downfield accuracy. Since George Pickens is that deep threat receiver, he needs a quarterback that can deliver the ball accurately down the field. And right now, Kenny Pickett's been doing some good things. He's definitely making growth and making strides and taking steps. But one of the biggest bugaboos for him so far this year has been downfield accuracy. And that's where George Pickens is most of the time. So, the completions are going to go down when the quarterback is not throwing accurate passes down the field. We've seen George Pickens make some incredible catches on not greatly placed balls from Kenny Pickett. That's just the truth of it so far this season. And even despite that, there's been some bad misses down the field from Kenny Pickett so far this year. So he shares some of the blame there as well, but I'd say it's more on the offensive scheme and Canada trying to prioritize Johnson over Pickens. And right now, moving forward into the future years here, Pickens just needs to be patient, right? I think eventually there's going to be a new offensive coordinator that sees his massive talent and prioritizes him in the offense. It's absolutely what Matt Canada should be doing right now. I mean, Pickens is a good route runner. You can get him open on some of those intermediate and short routes. They're just not using him in that fashion all that often right now. And I think that's really the way that the next offensive coordinator for the Steelers should be going, really prioritizing that massive talent that is George Pickens. But let me know in the comments right now, guys, what you think Pickens will be in the future. Do you think he'll be the wide receiver one for the Pittsburgh Steelers next season when hopefully they have a new offensive coordinator? Type 1 for yes or type 2 for no. Let me know in the comments right now what you think. All right, guys, it's Real One roll call time. So if you are a Real One and made it to the end of the video, type Real One in all caps in the comments section so we know that you are here. All right, Abby is in the studio here. It is time for me to get slapped. Guys, I told you guys that if we got over 50 subscribers, every 50 subscribers, it would count for one slap. We got 72, so Abby is going to come on here and slap me here. You guys earned it. All right, fellas, let's go. All right, here we go. Yep. No, do it hard. Do it hard. Go on. Oh!
Wait, there's a piece in your hair.
Okay. Yeah, she slapped me so hard that it literally exploded, guys. So, I mean, all right, that was fun, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today, Yinzers. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.